We're going to do Fusion Build 2, Autodesk Fusion 360. How many times can I say Fusion before we start? Fusion. I can say it more times. I can say it more times. All right, so I've got a new design here. I'm going to turn the origin back on just for the beginning. And I'm going to make a base plate rectangle that is 9 inches by, what's this dimension? 5 inches. So let's make a sketch on the bottom. Go ahead and hide my origin. Rectangle. 5 in that direction, 9 in that direction. Hit return, finish sketch. Home to zoom out. Looks great. All right, now we're going to extrude up. And I need to figure out how far. All right, the base plate itself is 1/2 inch thick. And then these big old tab thingies, I don't know what to call them. They're 3.5 inches. So let's extrude a distance of 0.5 plus 3.5. Yes, I know that's 4, but I'm showing you an example of adding in Fusion. All right, now I got a big block. Let's do some cutting. All right, let's see. First flap here is 2 inches in from the side and 1/2 inch up. So how about I do a rectangle that comes down 3.5 inches and comes over 2 inches. How about that? And then let's mirror because it's fun. Mirroring is fun. I like mirroring. Mirror that piece and that piece over that line. Boom. All right, we're mirrored. Now we got to cut out the middle. So there's a distance of 1/2 inch. So these things are each 1/2 inch thick. How do I want to do that cut? Let's do a line that goes over 1/2 inch. Let's do another line that goes over 1/2 inch. And I didn't say this, but I was using the keyboard shortcuts. I was pressing L for line. Notice how when that menu pops up, it shows you an example. And right next to line in parentheses, it says L. That's the keyboard shortcut. So now I'm going to say R for rectangle and go from opposite corner to opposite corner. And look at that. I got 3 rectangles. 1 surface holding shift. 2, 3. It sliced it because of the midplane. And we're going to go ahead and extrude through, slicing. We love it. We accept it. We're home. All right. Now we got to cut some chamfers. We have a tool, thank goodness. Let's do a chamfer tool on some edges here. That edge. Now, what's my distance? It says all the chamfers are 1 inch, so that's good. Then I can do it on... Is it going to let me select? It's not going to let me select. All right, I think I got excited. Let's hold shift and select a bunch of edges. 3. I'm going to rotate around. They're still highlighted. I'm going to hold shift again, click that edge, and then that one, that one, that one, and that one. So I have 8 little line segments in blue. Chamfer tool, 1 inch. Love it. All right, chamfer's done. That's pretty slick. Let's cut a hole through this surface. Down 2 inches from the top and 2.5 inches over from the side. So notice what happens. I'm not clicking down. I'm just sort of going to this here, and I'm going to this here, and then look at these dashed lines it creates. It knows where I want to be. Because I actually need to measure in 2.5 that way, and 2 down. So 2 down and 2.5 that direction. This now is the center of my circle, which it says is 1.5 inches in diameter. Surface tools. Okay, y'all. There we go. Boy, I got a little excited there. Center of the circle on the intersection point, 1.5 inches. Love it. Let's now hold shift to select both pieces. Extrude through the object. Oh, and we're getting so much closer. Now is this last little bit of complex geometry, which I think is a couple circles and a rectangle connected. And we're going to do it here, and then we will mirror across. All right, so we need to come 1 inch in and how far down? 1.5 inches down. So I'm going to go an inch that direction and inch and 1.5 inches here. That's going to be the center of my circle, which its radius is 0.375. So 0.375 times 2 will give you the diameter of 0.75. I think I mentioned this already in this video. I'll probably mention it again. I like mirroring. So I'm going to do some trimming because that's fun. And I'm going to do some mirroring of this object across this line. I like it. Now I'm going to use some line segments to create some intersections. So notice I have an intersection here and here. That's going to allow me to go to the rectangle tool and snap a rectangle in place. Let's use the trim tool again, not because we have to, but because trimming is so much fun. Now hopefully I can convince you that what I have here in this shape is that complex geometry. So I'm going to hold shift and select this, and I'm going to extrude down through and call it good. Now, here's the problem. I want that same thing on the other side. So I remember the possibility there was a way for me to mirror like actual solid tools. I think there's a mirror tool. Should we mess with this for a second, or should I go back and do it the other way? You know what? I'm going to go back and do it. So what I need now is a midline, which I don't have because I'm actually technically on this surface, which has been interrupted. So I'm going to figure out where that midline is. It is halfway through 9 inches. So I'm going to go from that rectangle over, again, pretending like I don't know what halfway through 9 inches is. It's 9 divided by 2. And you know what? Instead of a rectangle, I'm going to use a line segment because really I just need a point. So 9 divided by 2 gives me that location. Drop a line in again. It's going to want to be perpendicular, so that's good. So now I should be able to use my mirror tool to mirror holding shift this, and this across this line. And we got it. All right, now I have, if I make that sketch visible and rotate around, I have a surface that I can extrude the other direction. Love it. I think if I hide my sketches now, that is build 2. All right.